New Syllabus Mathematics Book 1 Updated 7th Edition Chapter number 2 Integers and Order of Operations. Question number 5. Evaluate each of the following. Before solving these questions, I want to clarify the term absolute value. The absolute value of a number is its distance from 0 on the number line, regardless of direction. It is always non-negative, which means the absolute value of a negative number is positive. So if we have two negative numbers, negative 5 and negative 3, we will add their absolute values, which are positive 5 and positive 3. The result 8 will have a negative sign because both 5 and 3 are negative numbers. Now let's return to the question. The first part of the question is 22 subtract negative 13. Since the negative of a negative is a positive, the statement simplifies to 22 plus 13, which equals positive 35. The second part of the question is negative 14 subtract 16. Since both integers have negative signs, we will add these two integers, but the answer will have a negative sign. Therefore, negative 14 subtract 16 equals negative 30. The third part of the question is negative 19 subtract negative 11. Since the negative of a negative is a positive, therefore the statement simplifies to negative 19 plus 11. Now we have two numbers with different signs. Therefore, their difference can be calculated by subtracting the absolute value of 11 from the absolute value of 19. The answer 8 will have a negative sign because the absolute value of 19 is greater than the absolute value of 11. The fourth part of the question is negative 18 subtract negative 22. This statement is similar to the third part of this question. First, the negative of a negative is a positive, so the statement simplifies to negative 18 plus 22. Now we have two numbers with unlike signs, so let's subtract the absolute value of 18 from the absolute value of 22. The answer 6 will have a positive sign because the absolute value of 22 is greater than the absolute value of 18. The fifth part of the question is 17 subtract 23. It's simple. We have two numbers with different signs. Just subtract the absolute value of 17 from the absolute value of 23. The result 6 will have a negative sign because the absolute value of 23 is greater than the absolute value of 17. The sixth part of the question is negative 20 subtract 15. Since both the numbers have the same sign, therefore add them, the answer 35 will have a negative sign. The seventh part of the question is 12 subtract negative 17. Since the negative of a negative is a positive, the statement simplifies to 12 plus 17. Now both numbers have a positive sign, so simply add them together to get positive 29. The eighth part of the question is negative 21 subtract 17. Both numbers have a negative sign, so add their absolute values. The result 38 will have a negative sign. Question number 6. The temperature of a village on a particular night is negative 11 degrees Celsius. The next morning, the temperature rises by 7 degrees Celsius. Find the temperature in the morning. To find the temperature, let's look at the thermometer. I have illustrated the temperature on a particular night, which is negative 11 degrees Celsius. The next morning, the temperature rises by 7 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the mercury level will rise by 7 divisions. Let's count the 7 divisions marked on the thermometer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. As you can see, after this rise, the new temperature is negative 4 degrees Celsius. Now let's do it mathematically. First, I will write the temperature at night, which is negative 11 degrees Celsius. Next, I will write the temperature raised by 7 degrees Celsius. The change in temperature can be calculated by negative 11 degrees Celsius plus 7 degrees Celsius. Here, plus 7 degrees Celsius represents the rise in temperature. Now, negative 11 degrees Celsius plus 7 degrees Celsius gives us negative 4 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the temperature in the morning is negative 4 degrees Celsius. Question number 7. The figure shows part of a thermometer. The readings are in degrees Celsius. Find the difference between the temperatures indicated by the points A and B. To find the temperature difference between point A and point B, let's take a look at the figure. The point A on the figure indicates the temperature of -7 degrees Celsius, while point B on the figure indicates 16 degrees Celsius. This means that the initial temperature was -7 degrees Celsius, and then the temperature rose to 23 degrees Celsius. We can find the difference between these two temperatures simply by counting the number of degrees from -7 degrees Celsius to +16 degrees Celsius. The total number of degrees is 23, which means the difference between these two temperatures is 23 degrees Celsius. Now let's calculate it mathematically. First, I will write the temperature at point A, which is -7 degrees Celsius. Next, I will write the temperature at point B, which is 16 degrees Celsius. Their difference can be calculated by subtracting -7 degrees Celsius from 16 degrees Celsius. Since subtracting a negative number is the same as adding a positive value, the expression simplifies to 16 degrees Celsius plus 7 degrees Celsius equals 23 degrees Celsius. Therefore, the difference between the point A and B is 23 degrees Celsius.